I thought it would be a lot of ZVZs, but actually, this is the only one. And it's going to be TechnicS versus Sziky, which are two fantastic players. So, yeah, I'm really not bothered at all. So here we go. Game number 1 on Aztec. Alright. If you would do the honors.
Most certainly. On the left-hand side of the map, at the 8 o'clock position, we have TechnicS spawning in as the red Zerg. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, at the 4 o'clock position, we have Sziky spawning in as the orange Zerg, catching up on the events of the day as well.
So now that Sziky sees that TechnicS is lost, hopefully he realizes that this is the deciding match. He must win this, and good thing he decided to actually play Zerg, not play off-race like he did in Nation Wars.
Yeah.
But right off the bat though, Sziky going to scout in the wrong direction with his Overlord, TechnicS going to scout in the right direction, so an advantage there for him. But yeah, as I said, the last time I saw these guys play was Nation Wars, Sziky barely losing game 1 in a PvZ, and then dominating the next 2 games in ZVZ, so feeling a little bit nervous for TechnicS here, but let us see what he can do.
I guess that's the advantage of being an absolute crazy ghosty, though. You can just like have fun in the first game of a best of 3, and if you lose, then you're just like, right, okay, down to business, and just bring out your A game and just take it out.
Seriously. Anyway, Sziky's going for a 9-pull here, and we do have an Overlord first from TechnicS. It's going to be an Overgas, very interesting, very technical build. I like it. So, okay, looks like Sziky is also going to take his gas, of course. So that's going to be very interesting. The lair timing should be pretty close for them. I mean, obviously, TechnicS now getting his pool. It's not too far behind. And since he got the faster gas, I think TechnicS might actually get his lair before Sziky does. Just because he has more gas. I'm actually not 100% sure about this. Obviously, in fact, you know what? In fact, just the fact that I called the opening builds this game correctly is a huge win for me. Just saying.
Yeah, ZVZ is tricky, very, very tricky. I've never been a fan of casting it because it's just really not my strong point. I don't even usually watch ZVZs in Pro League. I tend to just kind of skip to the end to see who won and then go on to the rest of the game. That's a shameful thing to admit, I know. But it leaves me a bit bereft of knowledge about early game ZVZ.
Dude, there have been some good ZVs in Pro League recently, though. Like one of the early ones, I think it was Killer versus Crazy Hydra. Dude, you should watch that game. Like, I casted that, and it was an amazing ZVZ, I gotta say. I'm pretty sure it was Killer versus somebody. I think it was Crazy Hydra.
Okay, cool. I'll probably go check that out.
Yep. Anyway, so as I said, the lair for TechnicS already started, and Sziky actually pulled one guy off gas. That is intentional. After a 9-pull, that's pretty standard. So TechnicS gonna have a pretty huge gas advantage here, since not only did he overgas, but he's kept 3 guys on his gas. Looks like Sziky did go for speed first, whereas TechnicS went for the lair first and is just going to defend. But it looks like he only has 4 links on the ramp now. Oh my goodness, this could be terrible! Oh no, TechnicS! TechnicS, don't die! TechnicS, don't die.
It's a bit of a risk right now. I mean, he just got slightly overwhelmed in terms of Zerglings. He should be okay if his positioning is good, which it really, really needs to be because he is fighting against a superior number of Zerglings. He does have vision with the Overlord, so that's going to be okay. Sziky pushing in slightly disadvantageously, so TechnicS managing to get a 1 Zergling swing in his favour there, which, as we all know, can actually matter in ZVZ. But 2 Zerglings are able to run by, and he did go for the speed first, so that allows him to be so effective now that he's in there, and he's just going to be dancing around for ages now, possibly to bring more Zerglings in any second now as well, and just try and do that extra damage as these ones just make a massive pain of themselves in the main base. However, the speed is now done for TechnicS, so that is going to be pretty much okay for him. He should be able to flush these guys out without too much stress.
I'm surprised he didn't bring in the lings from the top of the ramp to do like a multi-prong attack and just like, you know, show off his insane multitasking.
Yeah,
I'm really
very surprised. Really, really weird. But I can't really explain it. I guess he just wants to stay safe as his Spire goes down in his main. It is a little bit behind the Spire of TechnicS, as it would be with an overgas build. And now these lings all running out for TechnicS. And I guess Sziky was just a little bit worried about the counter-attack, and that's why he kept those lings back, because he just wanted to make sure that he could actually defend.
Yeah, but as it
which
stands,
kinda
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I think TechnicS is in a great position. It looks like he has the Ling advantage. He's chasing Sziky back to his base. He's got the second hatchery, and like almost done, and Sziky has no second hatchery yet. He's forced to make a sunken colony in his base. So TechnicS, man, he's in a really nice position, and now he's camping the top of Ziki's ramp. I mean, he's got Sziky contained in his base. You know, the spire timing is almost identical, and he's got the extra hatchery. He hasn't had to invest in the sunken colony. TechnicS looking really strong here in game number 1.
Yeah, incredibly advantageous build for him. He's really played this out so smoothly. Not really quite sure how he's managed to get such an upper hand on Sziky, because it's very rare that you see this happening. I'm slightly flabbergasted, but yeah, very good play from him. A bit of a tussle going on with the Lings on the ramp, but that's going to be pretty ineffectual, I think, overall. Sziky getting some nice positioning and actually trying to push up. I don't know if this is the best idea from him. He might actually lose out on this Zergling engagement. Looks like he is going to get taken down just at the top of the ramp. With one Zergling left now, the rest of these Zerglings are going to push into his base, but he does have a sunken colony up to keep him safe, so he's probably going to be okay. He needs to not lose any drones here, almost losing one, just managing to keep it alive. And there is Scourge being produced first from TechnicS, so they're going to be able to get out and hover over that hatchery. The Newts are just barely making it out in time. But will Sziky even be able to take out these Scourge with the 3 Mutalisks almost taking some Scourge hits there? He's got a micro so carefully and actually taking down an Overlord. So Sziky, supply capped right now. He has 3 Mutalisks, chasing down the 3 Mutalisks of TechnicS, and more Scourge coming in. Sziky is in a hell of a lot of trouble here, morphing in one more Mutalisk and taking some more Scourge hits as well. I think Sziky might be finished in this game 1.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. By the way, earlier Sziky did a really cool Ling micro trick. He kind of like made one Ling run around in a circle while it was damaged. But anyway, yeah, as you say, I mean, Ziki's down to 18 out of 9 supply. His opponent's got 2 hatcheries at 29 of 34. TechnicS looks like he's going to take game 1 here against Sziky in a ZVZ. This is unbelievable here. Sziky could, I mean, if Sziky doesn't make it through the group stages, my mind is going to be blown. I'm just not even going to know what's going on right now. Seriously, this is like actually ridiculous. And why is this drone going though? What is this drone doing? What are you?
No, drone. No. No.
Okay,
drone
so it looks like
down.
looks like TechnicS thought, he's like, okay, wait a minute, I can't be in a good position against Sziky. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, so I just got to test if this is real life. Let me go sacrifice the drone.
And see if it like floats away or anything, just to check if it's a dream. But the drone does go down as expected. Not sure what else would have happened there. A couple of Scourge heading out now, maybe to try and catch a sneaky Mutalisk. Might manage to do that, because TechnicS not being totally on the ball with his Mutalisk, and the Scourge coming in, and it seems like just kind of losing the opportunity there. It looks like these Scourge are mainly for scouting purposes,
yeah, it's
heading on back out again.
It's quite funny. See, normally, like with pro gamers, you see them; they're always constantly moving their Mutalisks because there's a little bit of acceleration. That if Mutalisks are stationary and they start moving, it takes them a little bit of time to get to full speed. So pro gamers are constantly moving their Mutalisks so that they don't have any acceleration. And it looks like Sziky just shot his own spawning pool there by accident.
He did, indeed.
But yeah, see, so they don't have any penalty for turning midair, but they do have a penalty if they stop moving. So yeah, it's a good idea to keep your guys moving. And if you don't do that, then random Scourge running in can actually sometimes grab an extra hit. Ooh, one does hit. But I mean, TechnicS is getting his expansion now. He's at 40 supply against 25 of Sziky. Sziky now expanding as well, but he is in a terrible, terrible position right now.
That's true, and all that's happening the longer this game goes on is TechnicS lead is just growing. He's working off a slightly, pretty superior economy looking at it. He's got an extra hatchery, he's got an expansion going up, so Sziky, all he's doing is prolonging the inevitable right now, just microing around his main with his Mutalisks. He needs to make something ridiculously special to happen here to get back into this game, because very soon TechnicS is going to be on 2 bases, 3 hatcheries, and with a massive supply advantage, so Sziky needs to make it happen pretty much now or never.
One thing that Sziky does have is he has +1 almost finished, and there's no upgrade from TechnicS, so he might try and hit a timing here with when his +1 finishes and trying to do some damage. But yeah, as you say, I mean, if we look at drone count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the 3 on gas is 9 drones in total for Sziky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 11 drones. No, looks like he's at 4 there. It's 12 drones in total for TechnicS. So really a huge drone lead. I mean, he's got the hatchery lead, he's got the everything lead right now, except the upgrades. But I mean,
yeah,
with TechnicS having such a superior mute account, I don't think that really makes a difference. I mean, there's 32 supply against 51.
Oh god, that is pretty massive. And in Zerg v Zerg, then that is just astronomical. I mean, it's going to be so hard for Sziky to do anything. Taking a Scourge hit to one of his Overlords hovering out on the map there, so I guess that's a good thing for him. And another Scourge heading on in. Scouts the natural expansion for TechnicS. So that's good information for him to have. Maybe landing a Scourge here on the news list, but not quite managing to. And seems the Scourge from TechnicS are just kind of flying in and taking out Overlords on their way without ever reaching.
I think what happened there was that 2 Scourge flew in, one of them hit one of Zyky's Scourge, so there was only one left, and instead of letting that die to Mutas, he just like hit a Overlord. And that's why like Zyky only had 1 Scourge go into TechnicS base too. It's like a little bit of a mid-air Scourge collision, but looks like Zyky's +1 is finished. He's going to try and make something happen here, and we could have the final engagement. Zyky, how good is the micro? Can he micro this down? It looks like a lot of TechnicS' Scourge all just hit like a Scourge of Zyky's, but who has the Muta advantage? I don't know. TechnicS, he's not using that Muta at the top, but this is near TechnicS' base. He can rally in Scourge as well, and is the upgrade of Zyky enough to take it? I don't think it is. More Muta coming in. Zyky looks like he's in trouble. Zyky, what is he doing? He's just stopping over the drone line. He's going to lose all his Muta. GG! TechnicS up 1-0 over Zyky. Zyky on the verge of elimination in the group stages of Gosu Cup. Zyky was probably favored to win the whole thing. Could actually go out here in the groups. Is this possible? Is this real life?
It must be, because I'm tired. But apart from and you don't get tired when you're dreaming, obviously. But yeah, apart from that, this is just absolutely crazy. Zyky, yeah, he's always the favorite. He's the beast. He's the best we have right now. But yeah, there's serious risk here. Not even off racing either. So dead impressive by TechnicS. Especially after those ridiculously long sets that we saw with him against Losi Lohi.
I'm getting nerd chills. I'm getting nerd chills. I'm getting nerd chills. I gotta play a commercial first though. Trollolololo. Alright, game number 2.